order to have the peace of God, you're miserable right now for whatever reason. You're sick, you're angry, you're whatever it is. In order to have the peace of God, it is necessary to have a knowledge of what Christ has done and of what he promises for us because of what he has done. When we possess that knowledge, we can then let it rule. Not just be a part, but rule in our hearts. It can take over everything. It can utterly consume all of the bad, and it will rule. Just think of the joy. It's unbelievable. Just throw up your hands. Jesus, I cannot believe that you did this for me. Through the word Paul uses for rule is used just this once in Scripture. It means to be an umpire or to arbitrate. We are to let the peace of God be the umpire of our actions. But again, we can only do this if we have a knowledge of what God has done, is doing, and will do for us. You read the pages of Revelation and you see the very end where everything is wonderful again. No more tears, no more sadness, no more this, no more that. Everything is going to be made new. Boy, this is a temple. Think of that guy, Adoniram Judson. Over there, he's being hung like this. He can't breathe properly. And the worst part, when he got to the mosquitoes, he can't itch his mosquitoes that are biting him. I know what it's like in Southeast Asia. I know what it's like in Alaska, too. You talk about mosquitoes, they're like this big. But, you know, if you can't itch a mosquito bite, there is nothing more maddening on the planet than that. It's just terrible. So think of it. Think of that guy. And he was willing afterward to, what did it say, 27 more years? He could have gone through that all over again. And yet he stayed. Put Christ first. It will take care of a lot of other baggage in your life, okay? Through reading and understanding Scripture, we can see the ultimate end which is promised to us. In this, if we can keep our eyes on what we know lies ahead because of Christ, we should be able to obtain and live in this peace. The saints at Paul's time only had the Old Testament Scriptures. Today, we have the whole counsel of God. In reading the words of the Bible and in holding fast to what is recorded there about what lies ahead for the redeemed, we truly can possess the peace of God, even in times of greatest trials and struggles imaginable. I mean, think of David. I mean, the guy writes these Psalms when David wrote this psalm in a cave when he's being chased by Saul or something. I mean, he's in the middle of the wilderness and he says, well, I'm going to stop and write a psalm. He understood the magnitude of how great God is, and he didn't even have the New Testament. Okay, with this knowledge, we got 6 minutes. With this knowledge and the peace that comes along with it, we can comfort one another, we can reassure those who are downtrodden, and we can remind them of the glory which lies ahead. It is to this peace of God, ruling in our hearts, that Paul says we were called in one body. Okay? One body. We are called to possess a knowledge of the Word and then to share it with others. Paul's noting of the one body is reminding us of the words of verse 11, where he cast aside all external distinctions and said that we are all of Christ equally. There should be no division in this one body because of these supposed differences. They should all be set aside, except when you're having the Superior Word Bible Challenge. Then you're taking on another person, but for a good cause, okay? So church division in that case is okay.